serious.
Nice, dude. I'm good. We're not?
We're not.
Oh, all right.
Hold on, I'm just gonna pour this ginger.
Davron likes to tell jokes that could totally be serious.
When
That you're
I'm
like,
pouring this ginger ale, we're rolling.
All right.
Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, we're rolling.
All right, we're rolling now. Can I start the timer? All right. Ginger Ale, and we're back, and welcome to the Thanks for Sharing podcast. We are brought to you by Dan Rouse at Cherry Hill, Mitsubishi, KO Pest Control, KCD Construction, Pace Roofing, Colt Recording, Hoover Delivery Service, ERT Restoration, Black Sparrow Tattoo,
oh, racist.
Four Seasons Landscaping, Art History, Sharky's Barbershop, RD Realty, Bone Marrow Capital Adjustment, Santini's Grill, A-Plus Insurance at Tyson and Castor, and IV Innovations.
That has to be the most random group of sponsors I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Did I catch a bone marrow in there?
Yeah, Bone Marrow.
right after Anthony's?
Yeah. You know, you get a pizza, then some bone marrow.
Yeah.
Today we got Brendan Donegan, which your name I have butchered several, and it's not that I don't know your name.
No, you get it. You just add an Irish twang on it.
Yeah,
Donegan. But a lot of people do that.
I think it's just because I don't know what it is. But every time I have brought you up on the show, which is a couple, I had to keep the momentum because you used to do a podcast called The Wizard's Intern.
Yeah.
Is that the right name, or is it the intern shit?
No, the Wizard's Intern, weirdly familiar to be here
which
tonight.
was shot here.
Which was shot here, and you stole my goddamn producer.
And I pushed you out. You're gone, dude. It's mine now. No, but I was shouted out twice on the 5 episodes of that.
That's true. I only had 5 episodes, and you were brought up almost every time.
Yeah.
Man.
Then it's like Joe White's friends.
And then that's when you got the idea of like, let me fucking steal this kid's producer and his setup.
Well, the most delightful thing ever was when I shot my special 2 years ago. You showed up and Davron directed it, and you were like, "How do you know Davron?"
I didn't even know you guys knew each other.
How the fuck do you know Davron?
How fucking odd was that? Yeah, none of us communicated that any of us knew each other.
Yeah.
And just happened to run into each other, and Davron's in the back like, "Oh yeah, I'm shooting this thing."
Yeah, he definitely did, dude. He is the best. He's a lifesaver. I'm nothing without him and Mark over there, you know? And
yeah. He's a good guy. I mean, he's all right.
He's great, man. He shot a film that you were in.
Yeah, The Night They Knocked, Amazon Prime, and then other places as well. I'm hearing from Davron.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but Amazon Prime, dude, it's pretty cool. Like to flip that on and see, because also the cover is me and Jack Buckley, like of the movie, and I'm like, oh shit, that's me, dude.
Did you ever say your name into the Comcast remote?
No, I've tried.
Do you pop up?
No, nothing.
I pop up.
Do you?
Yeah.
For your special?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It pops right up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm just like, Joe White. And
they're
like, are you a loser? That's what the TV says back to me. I'm like, yes, thank you.
You're like, God damn it. You know, my mom's maiden name is White, so I got a whole family of Whites, and that's not a non-racial thing.
No, it's racial, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
I would like to say maybe we're related, but my parents are both immigrants, so I know we're probably
Where
not.
from?
My dad's from Ireland. My mom's from Argentina.
Well, where do you think my family's from?
True.
All from Ireland.
Yeah.
Argentina. No,
yeah.
but
You got family out there.
I do have some Spanish cousins. I got a couple.
Nice.
A couple of the Gonzalez's. Shout out.
Shout out
Fred.
to the Gonzos. You know, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm happy to have you on. We kept getting. So this is what happens with the scheduling of this thing. It's booked up solid, and it's not me being a hotshot. It's just I have so many people.
It's you being a hotshot.
I'm a hotshot.
You'll say, "Hey, can you do Tuesday?" I'll say, "Yeah," and then you'll go, "No, I got better people. Never mind."
Yeah.
Can you do 3 weeks out?
I think the 3 times we tried, something happens where either he canceled, you couldn't make it, or someone canceled, and like last minute I was like, "Oh, can you do it?" Which I hate doing it last minute and getting someone.
Yeah.
And I get more annoyed at the people that bailed, and I'm like, I feel like a fucking. You know.
We're not doing anything.
Yeah,
it's
we're
all
not
good.
doing anything.
Yeah.
But I'm happy you finally made it.
I'm pumped,
You're
dude.
back home.
Yeah, I'm moving back officially the 15th.
I meant back home in this exact room.
But yeah,
you're
back in my
home.
podcast home.
Yeah.
With a little bit of new furniture.
Yeah, you're
Who
moving.
the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, this isn't allowed to stay here, actually.
Yeah.
I take it with me every week.
It looks great.
Thanks.
Did your tattoo artist do this? You got a guy?
The girl, Stacy, that did it, she is a tattoo artist. She never tattooed me, but I do want her to tattoo me.
Yeah, I mean,
because I was looking at her stuff, and it's just like the style I like, and I was like,
I want to get this on my back.
Yeah, please get that on your back, and I'll get you on my back.
Let's go.
The fucking cover of The
All
Night
right.
They Knocked, super realistic.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll even get the Amazon fucking link on
Fuck
it.
yeah. That'd be fucking dope.
I'm ride or die, dude. I'll do
Let's
a
go.
tattoo.
Yeah.
You know? And my boy Corey's gonna hear this, and he's like, he's been saying he's gonna get a tattoo from me for months.
Yeah.
Years.
I want to get a couple more, dude. I just got this.
Yeah, I know,
hot
you
bad
got the
boy.
hand. You went bold. That's
Dude,
the first one, right?
I know. Yeah. I went right for the hand, dude.
Yeah, that's tough.
I feel like you would appreciate that. I'm like,
I do appreciate it. It's a big taboo thing in the tattoo community because people will get salty because they're like, you have no sleeves and you just
right.
tattoo you. But
So-
that's fine.
So this is a no-no if you just have this and then no other. Because
what-
I got two more. They're just not visible.
Yeah, I feel like what you did's pretty tasteful. It's for your dad, correct?
For my pops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's tasteful. You know?
And I figured I was like, this was also, I mean, my weird mindset behind it. One, it was like, I love talking about my dad. Like, if anybody sees that and they ask, like, I have no problem talking about my dad. But also, to get out of corporate America, this is pushing me to, I'm like, I'm getting I'm doing it on the hand to push me to try to do, this is a pound.
You see, I did it myself.
Yeah. What did yours say?
The
Thug
top
life?
says carefree. I wish it said thug life. It says carefree, then hit or miss,
Nice.
which I had to get the or on one finger because, you know.
Dude, I remember first meeting you, and I mean, you're obviously all tatted up. And
Did
like,
I meet you during the winter?
I don't know. I don't know the temperature, but
Because before I had these, people had no idea, and they were just like, "Holy shit!"
you seem like a wild dude. That's where I was going with this. Where I'm like,
Oh.
this guy seems nuts, dude. Because it was open mics, and people are crazy at open mics, and like, I mean, and this is when we were both, brand spanking new at comedy, and you were talking some crazy shit, and I remember thinking like, yo, this dude seems a little bit scary, and then you talk to you, and you're the nicest guy ever, and turned out to be one of my favorite people.
I am the biggest puss in the world, dude.
I mean, yeah,
I got a
that's
bunch
why we got along. So
Yeah,
well.
I got a bunch of friends who are hard ass dudes, and they're just like, "He's good. He's with us."
But you look
know?
like a dude that would be a hard ass dude. Where I'm like, I'm not gonna. If you were running the light by 20 minutes, I wasn't gonna say anything because
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude's got some connections, or he could kill me.
I could run the light for 20 minutes. Dude.
Yeah.
I got clout like that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean, you
kidding.
did an hour 3 months into comedy. You could definitely
And
do
I was like, how hard can it be?
Yeah.
And the answer is, it's pretty hard, but it's not as hard as you would think.
You crushed it, dude.
Yeah.
I remember me, Dan, and Ryan sitting in the back going, he is crushing an hour, dude. Because we're like,
And-
he's doing an hour.
And I feel like the funniest thing when I tell people about it, I'm like, that was the first attempt at it ever. And also, that's it. My first attempt at an hour ever is filmed, and it's just out there forever.
Hey, I mean, dude, I definitely have a lot of respect for you for doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you just do it. Like, that's the one thing I like about you is I think that we both kind of in a way like kind of try to do our own thing in certain ways. I'll dip in and out of the scene.
Yeah.
But like, I like that you just do your own thing. You'll shoot a fucking special, start your own podcast. Like, you're not in there to kiss ass. Like, you just do your own thing, and whoever you like and naturally gravitate toward, you'll hang out with, and that is so refreshing because that does not happen in the comedy scene a lot.
You know what? I just like nice people. So if your vibe's nice, I'm all
Yeah.
about it, dude. Because I don't really have time for negativity in my life.
Right.
It's just wasted energy, which
Yeah.
I've talked about countless times on here. It's just
Yeah.
wasted energy.
Yeah, man, and I'm just not interested in unauthentic people. Where I'm like, just be real. You know?
I try to be as real as
Yeah.
I can be.
I mean,
dude.
that's why I love it.
Thank you. I love you too, buddy.
I feel like this is
Dude,
getting intimate.
I feel like I am gay.
I just
In
went from
fact,
6
I
to
am
midnight.
gay. Nice, dude. So you are in Jersey City now, I
Jersey
guess?
City now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you moved close to New York right before the pandemic.
Dude,
terrible idea.
I moved to New York as the pandemic hit. Like, literally signed the lease in March of 2020.
Yeah.
Moved up in May, and I've been up there ever since.
Nice.
But
So are
next
you
time-
moving back to closer Jersey here, or are you actually moving to Philly?
I'm moving back to South Jersey, which is where I grew up.
Okay.
And we'll be going into Philly, like just outside of Philly,
Yeah.
but South Jersey.
And the world's opening back up, so
Yeah.
maybe open mics will be I mean, they're happening, but it's just I haven't had the
Right.
desire. I just got a puppy. I know you just got a puppy.
Did you? What kind?
Corgi.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
those
he's cool.
those pups are cute.
Yeah,
That's
they-
boy or girl?
Boy.
What's the name?
Nike.
Nike.
Yeah. That was his name on the website, so I couldn't change it.
Dude, so my dog's original name was Garrett. My dog's name is Graham, but his original name, like, we went to this Amish family. We didn't get it from. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, we didn't rescue him.
Same. And you know what? I dealt with a lot of anxiety because I have a lot of people who are like dog people, and they're like,
You didn't
adopt.
rescue?
And I'm like, I want a corgi. No one's giving one up, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, here's my view on it. I have a bit about it in my act now, not to like do my act, but people like, you didn't rescue. I'm like, I rescued him just from that weird ass Amish family that was keeping him captive because like they're already making them. Someone's got to buy them. So I bought this guy, and then I remember we went in there And we already had the name Graham picked out because we saw his picture and like his color and stuff. And then he was coming around the corner and the guy's like, "Oh, here comes Gary now." His name is Gary. I'm like, I kind of wanted to keep it there. How funny is
Gary's
that?
a good name.
That's a funny dog
I
name.
like people names for dogs.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's the best. So we were,
Mark has 2 dogs. It's Sam and Jackie.
yeah,
Which I'm just like, that's great.
yeah.
Huh?
No, I'm talking Mortal Kombat.
You guys play
Oh,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat? Wow. Changing it up.
Yeah. Wait, so Nike,
Nike.
how old?
He's like 6 months.
Oh man, yeah, Graham is 8 months.
Yeah, they're little terrorists, dude.
It's the best.
So I feel like I was literally, Albert Davis hit me up the other day and he's like,
Wow.
he's like, "You do comedy still? You going out tonight?" And I was like, "No, because I feel bad. Like my parents are at home with the dog, but I feel bad because he's a lot.
it is
So
a lot.
I'm just
dude.
like, I'd rather not." And it's not even them, like it's me getting home late because he's
Yeah.
in his cage because they want to go to bed.
Right.
And then if I walk in, he starts crying.
Yeah.
Which he's great in the cage. He was
Yeah.
a nightmare the first week. Like
Dude.
everyone was losing sleep in my house and it was like a war with everyone.
First couple of weeks that we got the dog, there was a thought where I was like, what did I do? Because it was, and especially we're in an apartment building on the 6th floor,
Yeah.
and he was going out every 20 minutes, dude. So like, it's not, you can't let him out in the backyard. Had to go down the elevator, pick him up, bring him out. And now he's great. Like we have the little system where we have the bells on the doorknob and he just rings every time he's got to go out. So smart,
Yeah.
super cute.
Mine's smart, but he's also an idiot too, at the same time. Like he eats rocks and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
But he
that goes
also
on for a
knows what
while.
he's doing, dude.
Yeah.
He steals everything.
Really?
Yeah, he steals.
But it's cute though. You're like, all right,
So
keep
the way
it.
our house is set up, it's like 2 recliners, then
Yeah.
a couch, and my mom usually is on the couch.
Yeah.
So both TV remotes, her cell phone, and her glasses are there. He will take any of them and just run into the backyard with them.
Yeah.
So
Just bury him.
he doesn't bury them. He just walks away with
Just-
them.
yeah,
And then
just
you
puts them
can't
on,
catch
runs
him
around.
because he's so low to the ground and fast. And
Yeah.
it's like, Jesus.
He's a little agile guy.
Yeah, he's a little agile. He has no legs. I mean, he literally has
Yeah,
them,
they're
but
like
they're
two-
just
two
they're
inches
little
tall.
stumps. I'm like this guy.
Dude, it is tough though going out to open mic. Like, luckily I have my girlfriend at home, and
Yeah.
you know she has them at night and stuff. But there's so many times where I feel bad where I'm like, because I have been going out while I've been up in New York. I've been going out to mics like every single night because I'm like I want to do as much as I can while I'm still up there. But I feel bad leaving,
Yeah.
dude. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but I feel the beauty of stand up right now is like my biggest anxiety was I love Philadelphia so much, and it's I don't know, I'm just
Yeah.
fucking emotionally attached like that. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to move, and everyone.
Where are you moving?
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the beauty of all this happening was like comedy. You realize more and more you don't have to move to New York or LA.
Especially nowadays, like when the pandemic hit,
Rogan changed everything.
dude, I think that with all this happening, people realize like, I mean, and I moved for that reason where I'm like from going to
Yeah.
New York, fucking big city,
When you were doing fine already,
Oh.
it's like I'll just be closer.
and now I'm moving back, and I feel like things are opening back up. But yeah, like I feel like it really made a lot of people realize how important like the digital content is, just being independent, starting your own stuff, and you can kind of do it from wherever. I mean, and I don't know, I've been up and doing stuff in New York, and I don't know, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
Who does know? You know?
But I do feel like you're seeing all these people who really crushed it during the pandemic doing it from wherever, and doing better. Some of them.
Yeah, and I learned a lot that it's like, we don't have to listen to our peers that much.
Yeah.
Because we listen to people who do open mics with us, and they're like, that's not what the pros do.
Yeah,
And I'm like, fuck off. How about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so true, dude. Like we're at that level where like we're getting all this advice from all these peers of ours, and we're like, none of us have made it. Why are any of us listening to each other?
My favorite thing, which I do know is a big no-no, is no shorts on stage. And in the summer, I will wear shorts on stage because I'm not sweating my dick off.
Yeah.
You're probably not that way.
Well, I got great calves, so it would be too
Yeah.
braggadocious. If I went up there with just some
You
shorts,
gotta cover them bad boys.
people would just be they would just be looking at those calves the whole time.
You
It'd be
got
distracting.
Nice games.
I got
was
some ham
distracted.
hocks. Yeah.
I was distracted when I walked in.
I got some nice
Whoa.
Christmas hams attached to these thighs.
Where's he been hiding those?
Yeah, man. I just blessed with some great calves. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
It's one thing I got going for me.
But I wore shorts on stage several times, and everyone's like, "You're a psycho." I'm like, "Who gives a fuck?" I
You
was
got
like,
leg
Gabriel
sleeves.
Iglesias is like one of the highest paid comedians in the world, and that motherfucker wears shorts.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean?
He's the only one though.
Yeah, true. But also,
And he's 600 pounds,
yeah,
which I
and-
feel like he
yeah.
can pull it off. 'cause
I'll
it's like-
gain another fucking 500
Just for the
pounds.
shorts?
Yeah, just to wear shorts on stage.
well, you got the leg sleeves too, so sometimes if you wear the right clothing, it looks like you can blend it in. It looks like you're wearing long
I gotta
pants.
show off the yats, man.
Yeah.
What's the point of having them if you don't show them off?
Yeah, it's very true.
Which makes me wonder why the ones on my torso I even have because I'm never shirtless.
Yeah, well, I got one on my ass, so it's like, why the hell did I do
What do
that?
you got on your ass?
It's a clover. It says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish."
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I got it in high
Classy.
school, and man, did I think I was funny.
Yeah.
If I ever go to jail, I am literally fucked, dude.
Yeah, well, I got baby ducks on my hips, so
Really?
I'm literally fucked if I go to jail. And that was my first tattoo.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah, mine was the first one right on the ass, which
Yeah.
was a weird one. Like,
Yeah, I went on my hips like a girl.
did you go in thinking like, "Oh, it's gonna be funny"? Because
Yeah.
that's what I did.
Yeah, the dude who did them thought it was fucking funny. He was like, "Why do you want to do this?"
Why did you get the ducks?
So it's actually in the special.
Sorry, it's been a
It's
while.
all right. I don't expect you to remember it.
Yeah.
For word verbatim.
It was a
But,
rowdy crowd that night. It was,
It
tough
was
to
a
hear.
rowdy crowd. It's when I'm wearing pants, it looks like they're swimming, and when I'm naked, they're just standing there.
Nice, dude.
So
Yeah, I got one on my ass. I got one in my lip.
I got my lip done too.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's yours say?
Jam it.
Janet?
Yeah.
Like mine says please.
Yeah.
Yeah, just more polite, but same sort of fucking. When did you get yours,
Maybe 2 years ago.
bro? They said it was supposed to fade,
Yeah,
right?
mine's in there.
I got mine when I was 18, dude. It's
Yeah.
been 10 years, and it's clear as day.
Depends on the person. Yours
Yeah.
is in there, though.
Dude, it hasn't faded the slightest.
Well, me and Mark were in a big habit of telling people to jam it all the time, and he got it tattooed on his leg with like a cassette and a cool ace tattoo.
Yeah.
And the dude that did his tattoo, who was my boy, shout out Cello.
You should have got Jam It on your ass, dude.
Well, I was like, dude. Yeah, coming soon. I wanted to get I always wanted to get the inside of the lip, and like my boy Cello just like put it in there one day. Then I realized, like as time went on, I was like, I have jam it on the inside of my lip. That's
Yeah.
gay. And the only tattoo I have that like really disappointed my mom.
Really?
Yeah, one that I don't even remember I have.
Why? It's like you got your knuckles
She
done.
was like, why would you do that? I just did my knuckles. She was against that too. But
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
was like, listen, we all know. I said, there's too much stuff out
Yeah.
on the internet about me now. Like I do this podcast. There's
Yeah,
a comedy
gives a
special.
fuck.
Everyone knows I'm a former drug addict. Like,
Yeah, dude. You know it's so funny. Everybody when they see you have a lip tattoo, they're like, "It must have hurt." Dude, I mean, I only have 3, but like that one definitely hurt the least.
it was annoying. I'll give them that.
Yeah,
They all hurt.
yeah.
Me and my boy Billy were talking about it.
The ass hurt bad.
Yeah,
Did you have
I hear
one in your
that.
ass?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
that
hear
one
it
hurt.
does
I thought I'm like, oh, I got a lot of cushion back there. It fucking hurt, dude. I think you got like,
the more meaty, the worse. I think.
yeah, there's because there's a lot of nerves and stuff. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so far, my worst was the stomach was the worst.
Really?
Yeah, and I have 2 on my stomach. Well,
Really?
my first one, the ones on the hips, are technically on my stomach,
Yeah.
and they hurt.
Yeah.
But
Hips
I
don't lie.
have a big snake wrapping a globe on my like where my belly button is,
Nice.
and that
Is-
was terrible.
Is that a euphemism for your
Yeah.
balls and penis?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
No, I saw it on the wall, and I was like, "Did you paint that?" And my boy was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do that shit. Let's do it."
Nice.
And I was like, "You got to do it in one shot because I'm not coming back." And it's huge. It's like from below my pant line to like,
Can I see?
yeah, it's fucking
That's fucking dope. What does it say above?
easy does it. And I
Easy
got
does
that.
it.
That was the first one on my stomach, and I was bitching during that.
Yeah, I mean that's
And I
big.
got it easy, spelled easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a
dude.
cool way to do it.
Yeah, it's an AA slogan, which I was that guy.
Really?
Which there's a lot of people in rehabs who have like the AA slogans tattooed on them. And it's like, what happened to you? Why are you in here?
Yeah.
If you know so much.
Dude, rehab is. I
fun.
got so many questions about all this stuff.
Ask away.
Part of the reason why, like, when you first got on stage, when we first met, I don't know you at all,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like talking about smoking crack, and you're. I'm like, dude, this guy's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
But then you talk to you, and you're like the most normal guy I
Yeah.
met at open mics, which is
'Cause-
so crazy.
See, this is the thing, and I've done other people's podcasts where they're just like, oh, you used to do drugs, you probably have wild stories. I'm like, I have a lot of sad stories. You want to hear those? Because that's what it more is.
Well, you had a little bit of both, where you like had some wild crack stories, but then it was also like, I'm gonna kill myself. But
yeah,
like,
that's pretty much the majority of them is I
I
want to
was
kill
like,
myself. Even till this day, 8 years sober, I'm just like, maybe if I just killed myself.
Oh
you
my
know?
god, yeah, you had some dark stuff, but it was, it was interesting.
I know.
I was like, I want to talk to this guy.
You know what's funny when it comes to your comedy, which is phenomenal. Everyone check them out. But
Thank
every time I just assume you're clean in my head just because you're a clean cut kid. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's clean. And people are like, is he clean? I'm like, not really, dude.
Dude,
But
you know I get that all the time because people
you get away with it, even if you have like material that's not
Yeah.
clean. It's just people are like, a clean cut kid. He's a good kid.
exact dude. Like I started doing a new bit that I'll do sometimes about like my dad just died last year, and it's like pretty dark bit, but people always are like Brendan Down. He's squeaky clean. I'm like, I'm not that. I look very clean because I have a Republican haircut, but
Yeah.
like.
Young Mitt Romney.
A lot of my
over here.
material's not as clean as like I get labeled as. Like
Yeah.
I can do clean, I could take out, F words and stuff like that, but it's not like I have a lot of shit in there that's offensive.
Yeah.
That I've learned the hard way. People have gotten offended by some of the bits that I've done, and you learn to figure them out. But I definitely do get labeled as squeaky clean. Yeah. But that's only because in the open mic community, if you're not going out there and saying the most horrific shit, like
screaming to my con, and you're like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, if you're not doing stuff like that, people are like, who's this Christian? You're like, it's just, I'm not saying the craziest shit ever.
It's funny you say that, because my self-perception of me, I guess people think that I'm more edgy because of how I look, and it's just, if I honestly think about it, I'm sure I curse enough, but I don't curse. You don't
as much anymore. Maybe in the beginning, but we all did.
I don't curse that much, and I don't think any of my stuff is really that offensive, other than and then I'm just oblivious if I do.
You're not super. You have dark stuff because you've been through dark stuff. Yeah. But a lot of times you'll just talk about your regular day, but because you look. So, we might have similar topic, not maybe similar topics, but similar set up punches. Yeah. But I guess we look different, so people are like, oh, he's fucking clean and he's dirty. Material, dude, we should see if anybody notices.
Switch up, dude.
And I'm like, I was smoking crack the other day, and
over the summer you got to open for a lot of cool people.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Awesome. That's Soul Jules, who I think hates me.
No, dude.
All over Mike Missinelli. He posted a thing, and I
don't know who that is.
He's 97.5's huge sports.
Oh, okay, yeah,
in Philadelphia.
Yep.
And I guess he was at the beach for a show.
Yeah.
And I wrote on the thing on Instagram, I said he owes me Fantasy Fest tickets. Just joking, which is true. They do owe me.
Yeah.
And your boy Joel was like, I don't think this is the place for that. I was like, he knows this is a joke, right? And then he deleted my comment. I said, he doesn't know it's a joke.
Oh, man. He's protective. He was going through a lot this summer. Big J getting ripped off stage and stuff like that. But
sometimes you just get ripped off stage. Were you on that show that night?
No,
you were there.
I wasn't there. No. But
Ryan K was there.
Ryan K, and some of my boys.
And he wanted me to go. And
he
was like, oh, you should come. But I was literally just there 2 days before for Giannis. And I was like, I don't feel like going back there.
I did Giannis a couple months ago, but Big J, no, I was not there. But my boys were there that actually helped us shoot the night they knocked, the director, Sean Roberts. And he called me that night and he's like, dude, you're not going to believe what happened. I'm like, what? And he's like, Big J literally got ripped off stage and a fight broke out. I was like, dude, the one time I'm not there.
Yeah, you should have been there. Dude.
I know. Crazy.
I should have been there.
Yeah.
I was offered to go and I was just like, eh.
And what was the last one you were at? Chrissy D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was a cold night.
Then I gave him black and white cookies.
Yeah.
You gave him black and white cookies for me, and I'm sure his response was, "What?"
I sent him the message, but he's like, dude, I'm trying to diet. He was like, no, he was like, that's sweet, but he's like, I'm a fat fuck. He's like, somebody else could eat these.
Whatever, I'll kiss him, dude. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, Joel's been he's been killing over the pandemic, but
he is killing it.
It was cool, man. It was definitely cool. Some people that I got to work with, but just trying to.
He had Attell there, Louis. He had everyone there.
Attell, I didn't. I actually haven't been there when Louis was there. I haven't seen him live in person, but I got to do Attell, and he could not have been nicer, dude. So he came up to me and was like, yeah, man, thanks for doing the show. I'm like, yeah, dude, no problem. Yeah. As if I have anything else going on. But he was so cool.
I appreciate that.
He crushed harder than anybody I've ever seen. Tell, dude. He brought out a fucking a flute or a recorder in the middle of his set and was doing it between setup and punches. It was incredible.
Yeah, why not, dude?
He was so good, man.
He don't got to try anymore, dude.
Dude, he's it's so effortless. He did all of this topical crowd work about the area that you could tell he just observed on the ride in, and he had all of this just perfect bits.
Killing
it's incredible.
I haven't seen that much live comedy. I think I've seen 6 people, to be honest with you. Which it's just whatever,
Yeah. Yeah, I miss it.
I don't enjoy it, but it just I'm such a person I enjoy watching things from home. I've been to one Eagles game in my life, and that was enough.
I'm totally on board with watching football.
Yeah, live comedy is a bit different. It is fun, but it's just also so the appeal of it. Especially I'm a sober dude. Every place has a 2-drink. So that's why I do enjoy going to Joel's because it's just bring a chair, you're good.
BYOC, baby.
Yeah, and but other than that, I was just
Eagles game. I'm all in on that because I'm I don't want to go to a crowded tailgate. I'm not going to be able to see the game. It's it's loud. It's a pain in the ass to get there. Parking. I'd rather be with a bunch of my friends indoors. Get some chips and dip,
eating some junk food. Not paying $70 for it. Dude.
Yeah,
dude.
Nice
that's
Sunday
where it's
in.
at. But as far as comedy goes, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. But it's just I've seen Ian Edwards.
Where'd you see him?
Helium.
Okay.
Shab, Helium.
I was there.
You were there.
Just watching.
Yeah. Segura, I saw at Parks.
Yeah.
Because it's down the street from my house. So I got to go.
Yeah.
Giannis and Chris.
I
think that's it.
Yeah, dude, Giannis and Chris are probably two of my favorites right
and Angel
now.
Salazar, but I was on that show.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, this is a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Shout out Punchline, dude.
Yeah. I haven't I've been back at Punchline in a while. It's so, I mean, New York has been cool. Like I now have a greater appreciation for some of the stuff that we were doing in Philly. New York, I mean, the cool thing, I thought I was going to hate New York. I really do like it now.
I hate it there.
I am pissed that I'm like, it is tough to leave because there's just so many places to go.
Yeah, true.
So I do, like, that's been really cool where it's like, if Helium or Punchline's not doing something in that arena, you have 10 other places that you can go to. So it makes me appreciate now coming back to Philly, like when you get stage time, which there is a lot of good stage time, but it made me realize, like, I really got to work it when I get back.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you doing Philly's Funniest this year?
Yeah.
All
right.
Back
in that.
I forgot to sign up.
Yeah. I don't
reminded me.
Yeah.
I had everything filled out, and it was like, it was just at a weird time where I just had no money in the bank account, and I didn't feel like putting it on my credit card, and I was like, yeah, this costs $25. I was like, eh.
Yeah. I mean,
so
dude,
now I'll act like I'm boycotting it when it's just literally I
just fucking forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, everybody says this, but I totally believe everyone's telling me, like, I don't want to do it. I don't like the competitions. I do just want to get a good tape. And, I haven't won the past 2 years. So at this point, I feel like I hopefully will do better because I don't care as much.
Yeah.
Like, I do just want to get a good tape. I have more friends now. Like, I know, like, dude, I hated it that first year when I was going in. Like, I didn't know you. I didn't know anybody in the Philly scene.
I never did it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It hasn't been a great experience.
Like, I went to it once just for Ryan because Ryan was like, come out to my night. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Like, I want to work there. So, like, that's why I do it. Helium's such an awesome club. But, like, competitions are just fucking weird with comedy, dude. And you got to fit it in 5 minutes. If you go over, you're disqualified. And that's, like, how it should be run. But it's just hard.
And it's too objective for something to be like.
Yeah.
I feel like they have the winner picked before it even all starts anyways.
Who knows, man?
But I feel the last one, I forget who won already, but
Jamie Wolf.
Yeah.
I actually met Tyler Wolf's brother. I met him up in
I feel like
New York
everyone was
at some
shocked
mics.
by that though. Everyone was like,
He's good comic, man.
Yeah, I believe
but
it.
I guess, I don't know. Like, everybody thinks that they're going to win.
I know.
Everyone's like, oh, this is fucking bullshit.
Well, I do think, especially at open mic level, this is the great perception when you see someone do a packed room where it's not all comedians.
Yes.
The material's better, and it's the same shit I've been hearing from everyone for like a year. But it just, audience makes such a difference in it, dude.
Don't you love when you see...
Like, I'm like, this person's a straight up killer, dude. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Don't you love when you see people who have only done mics and they think they're killers and then they do a real audience and they go, what is happening here? And you're like, yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, me, who mostly only does mics, and I'm just like...
No, you've done, like, you guys used to do all of, like, the suburb crowds too, like for the AA groups and all this.
Yeah.
Like, anybody that's paying money to go see the show that's not a comedian, I mean, that's where you're going to get that feel.
Well, I think the best thing about being sober and being in AA is literally... Instead of, like, I don't have to do open mics every night because it's just, I'm talking a lot, in meetings.
Well, that's the further I get into comedy, like, it's, I don't want to say too much because, people automatically are like, try to make you feel like you're not working, you got to, and I get it, dude. Like, I do open, like, in New York, I've been going out every single night, and I have found what mics are really good for. Like, it's getting me comfortable with silence. You learn what works at mics and what works on real shows, and you meet people. I feel like mostly it's just networking, and people put you on their shows and stuff like that. And I hate that part of it, but that's just the reality of what it is. But where was I going with that?
All of a sudden, you just do your thing.
Yeah. Oh no, I feel like the further I get into comedy, the more I'm like, I don't know, is this what's going to lead to me becoming a better comedian, or should I be doing, other things as well too, like digital content or podcasts? I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you can do it.
I always try to think about it, and like you hear everyone just say you just got to hit open mics a lot. I'm like, There's something more, dude, that like none of us know. You know what I mean?
I do feel like obviously like that's a big part of it, but I'm like, but what else can I be doing?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not taking away from the fact that you got to get out every night and like,
Oh yeah,
got to
absolutely.
focus on getting good. But I'm also like, you know, I want to be a headliner one day. I want to sell fucking tickets.
Yeah.
So like, and you know, I get like it sounds like, you know, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but like, is it crazy to think that way? I don't know.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
And that's why I like, you know, the stuff that you've done where you're like, fuck it, I'll shoot a special.
Yeah.
I'll do my own podcast, start a YouTube channel, and like I feel like that's only going to help you figure it out.
Yeah, and I feel like the most important thing about it is, and it's the most annoying part, is you got to be annoying as fuck with promoting everything.
I know. Which
Like
none
I should
of
be
us want to
posting
do.
about this every day, and I do post about it a lot, and it's like all I post. But I'm just like,
It's
I feel
hard.
annoying, dude. But it's the only way to get it through people's brains because people have the best intentions, but they're just like, oh yeah, I want to check that out, and I'm like, do you?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I honestly do, but they have to be reminded 50 times.
Even if you put something up and you're like, here's where you buy tickets, it's at 8 p.m. You'll get your friends commenting going, how much are tickets? What time is the show? And where is it at? And you're like, what the fuck are you even looking at? Like,
When we shot the special, I made flyers for like 2 months straight.
Yeah.
And that was my opening joke. I was like, I love this shit. Only you people would ask, where is it at? What time it is? When I've been posting about it every day.
Dude,
for
it's brutal.
fucking 2 months.
I tried I was like, all right, let me try to be consistent with like, you know, putting out something on Instagram. I was like, I'm going to try to do it like one post a day, whether it's a tweet, you know, a sketch, just anything. Like, let me just put something out there. I lasted like 5 days before, like, of consistently doing that before I'm like, fuck this, dude. It's harder than people think.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, when people are like, oh, you know, people just, you know, people that are influencers and stuff like that. I'm like, it is tough to continuously create content like
To
that.
just be that self-absorbed.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see my face more.
And dude, that's the thing too. I'm like, I don't, I don't like being on my phone all the time like that, but that
me
causes
neither.
you to do
I
that.
hate it for the most part, dude. I mean, I need
Like,
it
anyways,
necessary- yeah. So anyways, what
Yeah.
the fuck were you saying?
Yeah.
Nah, but it's just a necessary evil. And, dude, it's all a lot, dude. That's why I was happy to do the special because it's just constant clips.
Yeah.
Even
That's
2
what I
years
wanna do.
later, even though I need to get like new stuff, but it's like a
Yeah.
whole hour of stuff that I've never posted because
Yeah.
none of us had a file for it. Davron had a file of it for a little bit. I finally found the email where we sent it away to get subtitles, and I can finally get clips from it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
What do you think you're going to do now? Do you think that you'll continue to try to dip in and do stand up, or, you know, build the podcast? Like,
I guess both. When the world's opened up more, I want to get back into stand up because
Yeah.
I miss doing it. I did a couple shows and I did like extremely well.
Nice.
And just not really even trying, like not really caring. I was just
That's
like, I'm
always
just
when you
gonna
do the
go in
best.
there. Yeah. And who cares? Kind of like
yeah.
I did the whole time I've been doing stand up. I'm like, who cares? If it goes good, it
Yeah.
goes good. And if not, it's not the end of the world.
yeah.
But I don't know. Even staying sharp with that, like 2 weeks ago, my buddy needed me to cover his meeting for him in AA. And
Nice.
so the meeting he does, it's called the beginner's meeting, and there's a list of 21 topics. And the way he does it, it's real funny and goofy and outrageous.
Nice.
And it's your own take. So I was like, all right. It's like practicing an hour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except there's a list of 21 things. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this.
Do I know anybody that goes? Kidding. AA.
Yeah, I would tell you. Who cares? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you're allowed. I think that's in the rules.
Yeah.
But,
That's rule number one.
yeah, rule number one. Well, you would think that's rule number one, but who really knows what rule
Yeah.
number one is? There's too many rules.
So were you an alcoholic first, or did you start going to, do you mind if I ask you this
No,
stuff?
I don't mind. I guess they technically say the drug bones is connected to the alcohol bone.
Okay.
When I drank,
That's what I learned in school.
yeah, exactly. Everyone learns that.
The drug bone's connected to
Yeah.
the
When
alcohol bone.
So, like, most people, I guess, would be like, it sucks to say normal people. That's what they say in AA, but no one in the world's fucking normal.
No.
But, like, say you go out and you have 2 beers and you're like, oh, I'm driving tonight. I'm cool. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't process in my brain.
You're like, let me just.
Let's go yard out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean yard out?
Just keep going. Let's fucking rock this thing till the wheels fall.
Fuck yeah.
That the one time, it was like right around when I was 21 or 22. It's before I went to rehab for the first time.
So you think drinking kind of took, yeah.
We were at McFadden's at 3rd and Spring Garden, and I live in Ben Salem, right where Parks is. So it's like far as fuck. And I walked home that night.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That is so far,
Yeah,
dude. Would that take you 3 hours?
Well, a taxi picked me up like on like fucking some exit on 95 eventually. I was walking on 95, which I didn't know was illegal until I got sober.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was dramatic.
Dude, I mean, I've had some
So
close
do I
calls.
think I have a drinking problem? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I probably do too. I just, I just haven't dealt with it yet.
But I do love drugs.
Yeah.
Like more than anything.
But what was the first? Would you start smoking weed first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Drinking, weed, Xanax, Percocet.
So it's really like the pills that lead to all the worst stuff.
Yeah.
Once you pop the Xanny.
Well, I always say, and like for the sanctity, like especially if I'm on stage telling jokes and stories, like I'll say heroin just because it's easier than being like I was doing Oxy 80s, which don't exist anymore.
But is that
I never did heroin though. I'm afraid of needles.
fucking loser, dude?
Yeah, I'm afraid of needles.
What the fuck, dude? I didn't know I was on a gay podcast.
Yes, this is a gay podcast.
This guy didn't even do heroin.
Yeah, and this is how I know all my friends are degenerates, because I say I'm afraid of needles. They're like, you know, you can snort it, right? I'm like, I know, asshole. Thanks, dude.
Dude, I'm diabetic. If you need the needles, I got you, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Just kidding. My God.
Yeah, what CC is that, dude?
That's crazy. Wait, so
You really diabetic?
oh yeah, dog. Got my pump on me right now. You
got
didn't
the
know?
sugar? Oh wow,
got
dude,
that
you're
sugar,
full fledged.
baby.
You're
Oh, yeah.
fucking pumped.
Type
dude.
1, dude. Number 1 kind.
Dude. Good for you, dude. You're killing it.
Yeah, I mean it's not great, but yeah, I got it, man.
You want a Snickers bar? It could kill you.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. It's so that's my fucking. But that's the thing, dude. If you're addicted to food, we got nothing, dude. You got rehab, you got fucking AA. I can't go into a meeting and be like, and then, you know, some dudes in there like, I was sucking dick for crack. Where they're like, what's he in here for? I'm like, Chips Ahoy. I'll see myself
Yeah.
out.
They have meetings for that though.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
They
feel
have
like
meetings for
it's a
everything,
bitch
dude.
move, man.
I am the king. I will fucking switch seats on the Titanic like no other. I'm just like, whatever vice I can put into me. Like I still smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take up gambling for like a good binge for a while. Then
Yeah.
I'll just dump all my money back into it. I won't even like lose and be like bankrupt, but I'll just be like down.
Yeah.
And I'll do well. Then I'm like, I just give this back. Why am I doing this?
Yeah. Gambling, I could never stomach just because
Tattoos, sneakers. I'm bad with all
sneaks.
of that.
Sneaks, I'm addicted to buying for
Yeah.
sure. Food is
You got some
definitely.
nice ones on. I peep.
Yeah,
everyone's
got the
sneakers.
Vans,
That's when I'm a
dude.
judgmental cock. I'm just like,
Well, you
I'm
got
like,
some sweet Air Max. We're Air Max guys.
Yeah, I'm big Air Max.
Yeah,
It's
for
the
sure.
ultimate shoe.
It gives me an extra inch, dude.
Yeah.
Go from 5'7" to 5'8".
It's like,
it's a big boost.
it's like the man high heel, dude.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. I'm 5'7", 5'8" in Air Max.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think I'm about 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, dude. You
Air
know,
Max,
that's a good club to be in, dude. You know, thank God we got Mark Wahlberg. He's been, you know,
Yeah.
doing big things for the 5'7" community.
Dude, 6 foot's too dramatic. Dude.
Come on, dude.
Anyone who's slightly tall, I just over exaggerate in my head how tall they are.
Dude, my whole family, we cap out at about 5'8". So anytime we see somebody, it's like we got like one cousin that's 6 foot. We're like, who's the freak?
Yeah, how the fuck you getting into
Yeah.
this gene pool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I have no rhyme or reason. Genetics are wild, dude. Because my brother lost his hair in high school, and I cling on to mine. every
Really?
day.
Yeah, you got a good set.
I'm afraid to lose it. It's my biggest fear in life. Not
Yeah.
death.
How
not
old are you,
public
though?
speaking, 32.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, like you're not gonna lose it. You know, I feel like
I could. Though.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I don't have any bald dudes in my family. We'll all recede and go gray. I'm getting a lot of gray hair.
I'll go gray. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but I feel like I got a lot of bald friends, and they all start at like early 20s.
Yeah,
So I feel like you would know if you're really,
I know.
you know, you got time.
I know.
You got time.
My middle brother's still fighting it a little bit. Like he has hair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's balding
He's
at all,
still-
but he's like,
I
yeah.
think he's still fighting it.
You were 17.
17.
Yeah, I was like kind of bleaching my shit before.
Yeah,
that.
see,
So I don't know.
Starts early.
That's what gives me anxiety because I'm so punk rock that I dyed my hair every color of the rainbow because I'm a 3/4 gay,
Yeah.
4/4 punk rock, dude. And
What are you
I
gonna
bleached
do?
my hair so many times, and I'm just
Yeah, but like I feel like it's early onset, you know,
yeah.
balding.
But then everyone's like, well, it goes off your mom's parents.
That's what people say.
And I
You-
was like, my grandmom was fucking bald, dude. Like that's not good for me.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
That can't be good.
That's not good, I don't think.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, grandmom, dude.
R.I.P..
Yeah, R.I.P., dude. She's killing it, literally. What?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it got dark.
We're
real
all over the spectrum here, dude. Talking
Dude,
drugs,
I like to
balding.
keep it- Dude, I like to keep it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Because so many people come on here and they're like, what do you interview me about? I'm like, interview? I'm like, do you think I'm fucking Larry
I like
King?
it like that, dude. Just fucking free flowing, talking about whatever.
Yeah, let's just talk, dude. You know, we got the boys playing video games in the back.
Hell
That's
yeah.
how I want it.
Yeah.
Then-
Can we get back to crack for a second?
Yeah, sure.
What is
What do you
that
wanna
like,
know?
dude? Like, what? You said it's like a flash grenade.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
kind of.
hilarious,
Yeah,
dude.
it's kind of like that. You know, it's like instant anxiety. It's
Yeah.
like cocaine times 10 and not as fun.
Okay.
And Mark was, what, you said times 10's too high, you think?
No, I said that might not even do it justice. I don't know though. I didn't do a ton of coke. I just did more crack.
You went right for it.
I was more coke than crack. Like I
know
did.
The first thing I said after I took my first hit of crack,
Was it positive or negative?
I said, "What can we sell?"
Yeah, instantly, that quick.
I thought it was gonna be, but that's really what we said. Dude.
I threw up my first time. I was immediately
Yeah.
after. Yeah. My boy Foley shit himself
Really?
right after. Nah, Brian. Yeah, Nick Foles.
So how did you do it? Is there different ways to
You smoked it.
smoke it?
Yeah, so this you need a professor for, dude, because
Were you terrified, or were you like I don't give a fuck at that point? That
I probably didn't do it to its best potential the first time, nor did I smoke crack that long. I smoked crack for like a month, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
Like, so Kensington's the big open air drug market in the city.
Oh, yeah.
And like all my friends were homeless down there, and I'm not built like that. And I was like smoking dust and doing crack down there, but it was like literally like maybe 3 weeks. It seemed like a lot longer when I talk about
You
it.
took a crackcation.
Yeah, I took a little crackcation because I'm not built for it, dude. I love shoving pills up my nose, dude, at the end of the day. You know? And
before you did it, were you like, this is a bad decision?
yeah,
but I can't.
I knew it
like
was
you
a
knew
bad
going
decision.
in.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
I guess you have to.
So, dude, to smoke crack, I used to tell it on stage on how to smoke crack. Which
That I think was the first bit I heard you do.
Yeah, which is difficult to, like, you need
That's
someone
an
to help
opener.
you with that shit. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
tough because you're fucking. You need to get a glass rose. You know.
I'm so white,
You need to
dude.
get some chore boy.
What is that?
It's like a Brillo pad, kind of, for lack of a better word, right? Hell yeah. You put that in a little screen, and then it helps if you have a car antenna
Yeah.
because the residue gets stuck to the glass, and that's what
Always keep one with me.
and that's what the little Brillo pad, you keep it pushing it in and out to get the residue working up. And
Like
you get,
smoking a bowl.
and it's called the blast. That one, a push. It's called the push, not a blast.
Because you blast off.
It's called the push, and apparently it's worth it. I never saw that; it was just too dramatic.
Yeah.
So I was probably smoking crack wrong, to be honest with you. Not that it's hard to mess up. Like,
Ain't
I was
no right
getting
way to do
high
it.
off crack, but there's people out there that like, this motherfucker was not getting it to its full potential. You know what I mean?
I love how like there's like a community where it's like, that's bull. You didn't fucking smoke it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I probably didn't, dude. And I'm fully acknowledging that. Like, because me and my boy Nate used to talk about it all the time.
If
And I
you
was
even
like,
dip a toe in, to me,
yeah, you're pretty much there, dude.
yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
well, it's like, hey, you've earned my respect.
Yeah, I know what it's like out there, dude.
Fuck yeah.
And PCP was the one drug that made me want to get sober every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long does that last? How long you fired up for?
What, on dust?
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you run around naked? Like do anything crazy?
no, I didn't. I punched a car window out one time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Which I'm not strong, so it took a lot of effort, but I had super strength.
So,
'cause I
yeah,
was
super
smoking
strength.
dust. So what it is it doesn't last that long. People say like 10 minutes, but it lasted longer for me. There's been times that it didn't last that long, but it's just like, dude, it's just weird. Like, I remember listening to the first time I did it, I was listening to the Beatles in my car.
Yeah.
And it sounded like the drums were just recorded in a separate room. Like I was in the recording studio and it was like a closed door. The drums sounded
Whoa.
muffled, and I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on?
That's crazy. And how do you do that? Like, what is that? I picture literally like Peter Pan pixie dust. Like people say angel dust just because the word dust is in it.
So there's two ways to do it. There's like mint leaves that you
Okay.
like roll up in a blunt and smoke, and then there's a dipper, which is like you dip a cigarette in embalming fluid and
Oh.
you're just fucking whacked.
Gotcha.
If you're asking me what's better, it's to dip it in the embalming fluid.
Oh man, all right. I'm learning a lot today, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Drugs are pretty fun, you know. And
Drugs
I'm
are
not
cool.
saying don't do them.
But they could
I'm not saying do them either.
Yeah. But you could wind up punching a car window through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to build my rap, dude. I'm squeaky clean apparently in the community, so
Yeah.
maybe I
was
can
more of an upper guy anyways. I liked uppers more, even though I was like a big Oxy 80 and they stopped making them Perk 30, so which are a downer.
Yeah.
But ecstasy was my all-time favorite drug, and I remember the first time I did it, like I called my boys who all did it, and I got broken off from the pack, which great drug to do solo, by the way, because you're having a good time regardless.
No matter where you are, what you're doing.
Most of the times I did ecstasy, no one else was doing ecstasy. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, let's get the party started.
Yeah, you're
They're
like, I don't
"What's
need
wrong
anybody
with
else."
you, dude?" Yeah. But the first time I did it, I got separated from the group, and I called them. They're like, "Look at the sky, isn't it so trippy?" And I was like looking up, and it like just started snowing, like a nice little. But it was nice out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was like a nice little flurry was coming down, and I like looked up, and I was like, "Oh man, that is pretty cool." And I got angry on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, "We're rolling, dude. We're not tripping, you fucking loser." I was like, "I can see the sky perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Because I have fucking serotonin leaking into my
Just
skull
fucking
right now,
pumping through your brain.
Yeah, chewing air hoses.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You've
You
lived a
ever
crazy
dabble with
life.
ecstasy, dude? You probably did Molly. How old are you?
28.
28, yeah.
28. I've done some stuff.
You've done some stuff, dude.
man.
You party.
Can't disclose, but I partied.
Yeah, no.
Mostly drinking.
Yeah.
And I don't drink much I mean, I do. I've been drinking like every night the past couple of weeks, but I'm trying to keep it under control, dude, because I've just realized like, just how bad drinking it. Like drinking goes so under the, well, not that it goes so under the radar, but it's so much more acceptable than everything else. And that's led me to some of the biggest mistakes in my life.
Absolutely,
dude. It's fucking
dude.
crazy.
Well, I think the funny thing, especially in the comedy scene, it's like you want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Because you're telling jokes. But I think in our circle, I think every single person that you can think of has hit me up at one point. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting sober. I'm like, you realize, like, listen, I'm probably the most lighthearted person about it you're going to meet because I'm not fucking militant about it.
Right.
Nor do I care what you're doing.
Yeah.
I said, but it is a way of life, dude. It's not just like, hey, I'm thinking about quitting for a week.
Everyone they're like, yeah, I'm fucking sober. I'm like, you took a break for a month.
Yeah, I made an 8-year commitment so far, which is the longest commitment I made in my life to save my life, dude.
Yeah.
So it's tough for me to be like, I don't know, dude, you might just like to have fun. I'm not here to tell you if you have a problem.
Yeah,
or
you
not.
might just need a detox for like, dude, the fucking pussy ass Dan Madden does that all the time. Where he'll be like, nah, I'm like, you want to grab a beer tonight? And he's like, nah, dude, I've been sober for the past 3 weeks. And I'm like, you're not sober, dude. You're just pumping the brakes for a hot second.
Yeah.
That pussy.
I love that guy.
Love him, dude. He's
great.
like building decks right
know.
now. He's getting into cool stuff. And I'm like, that's
He's
great.
building like fucking IKEA furniture.
I know, dude.
Because
I'm
we were
like,
both on
get
that
out of the
comedy
house.
on the creek thing, and I knew he did it already. So I was like, what time do you got to be there? Like, I don't even know. And then I like called him, and he's like, I'm building patio furniture. I was like, all right.
He's getting into weird stuff. He's like getting into woodworking.
Yeah.
He's, who knows what he's doing.
Do you think he's really smart, or do you think he just says big words to make us think he's smart?
I think the latter. Yeah, I think a lot of big words thrown into sentences, but if you ask him to break it down, I don't think he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, he used to have like a banging ass job, didn't he? Didn't he like fucking
He just left.
Yeah, like
He just left, quit
to go
one
work
day.
with you, right? He was
Well,
like-
no, he didn't have a job lined up. He was like, dude, I just couldn't do it anymore. Just up and quit like a good job in doing something within finance. And then he was like, I'm just gonna like be a nomad. I think that was his plan. And I was like, hey, dude, my company's hiring. I think you need a job to hold you over. And he was like, all right. And then I'm like, all you got to do is, bring your resume. Like they'll hire you if I give them the go ahead. Bring your resume, show up on time. He like forgot his resume and showed up late
and still got the
job.
See, I'm almost to a point where I do comedy with all you guys, and then if any of you have like even a semi-decent job, I'm like, listen, you need to quit doing this. Not saying that we all can't succeed, but I work at Applebee's. I need this more than all of you. You know what I mean? I have no life skills.
Dude, I think that's another reason why people think I'm squeaky clean is because I'm like one of 300 people in the open mic community that just has a job, and I'm like, that doesn't mean I'm like this. Like,
well, when I started, I thought everyone was broke. I just thought,
well, I'm still broke, but I just have it,
Which I'm broke, but I'm not broke. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my life is pretty easy because of just how it's set up.
That's the way to do
like,
it, dude.
People would be out like at open mics. I'm like, you want me to buy you guys drink? I don't drink, but I got this. Like I fuck with you.
Yeah,
and
like you can hold your own.
They're like, I got money, dude. And I'm like, I just assumed you were all poor.
Yeah. Well,
And
like
I don't know why I thought that. But
I'm not
that's just
breaking
what
the
I assumed.
bank, but yeah, I can hold my own and stuff like that. And people are like, whoa, big spend. I'm like, no, I just have like, I'm able to pay my own bills and stuff like that. But I just quit my job to get something that's more flexible, taking a pay cut. Because dude, I'm just like, was
so
there
you're allowed
6
to do
years.
comedy again.
That's what I want to do, man.
If you had your old job, not that I know what that was, but I probably would have been questioning you after this. Like, listen, I need this more than you do.
Yeah.
I have no life skills. I used to smoke crack, dude. I'll suck your dick right now.
It's fucking good. I'll do it with a job.
Yeah.
But it was just too much, dude. I just was like, they're like, we're going to give you more money, more responsibility. I'm like, I'll take less money if you guys leave me alone more. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, responsibility sucks. Dude.
I just want the flexibility, dude. I just want to be able to go out and do comedy every single night.
Yeah, I cut my hours down, and I don't think it's to do comedy. It's just I don't enjoy working.
Yeah, Applebee's.
And bartending,
great boneless wings.
Hard. great boneless wings.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
I'm happy. Like,
Wait, so you're a bartender? Is that tough being sober and being a bartender?
I don't really think about it that
Yeah,
much.
you seem to have a really good grip on it, dude. Like, I got a couple sober buddies. I was with a sober buddy who came up to one of my shows on this past Saturday, and everyone's different. And I'm like, do you mind if I drink? And he's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you're
he's
one
got
of
a
those
really
guys.
good grip on
You
it.
go out of your way and you're like, I have water in the fridge.
And no,
when
I
he's
just
over.
was like, do you mind if I drink? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna
Well, that's polite
how
of you.
rude that is.
I
you
used to
know?
show up to like at work. We have like a fantasy football league, and I would show up and like everyone there parties. They're like, we got waters in the
You're like,
fridge.
fuck you, dude. I'm fine.
Like I'm delicate, like a Fabergé.
Yeah,
Hector.
yeah.
I'm like, like I can drink other stuff.
People
than
do that
water.
with diabetes, dude. They're like,
Yeah.
we got Diet Coke, and I'm like, that actually sounds great, but
Yeah,
love a good DC.
yeah, you're a diet guy.
I have
assume
to.
so. Every
Because-
time someone drinks diet, I ask them if they're diabetic.
Yeah, I think
Which
that's
is
why they
probably
made
rude,
it.
but I'm just like, are you diabetic?
No, I mean, I think, well, first of all, Diet Coke is just better than Coke regular. Like, even if I wasn't diabetic, I'm going to DC any day of the week,
I
dude.
like regular Coke.
Oh, gross, dude.
Ugh.
DC's way better.
DC.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
really trying to make that catch on.
Yeah, dude, in the diabetic community.
Is that in the DC? In
Yeah,
the
we got
DC?
our own cool lingo, dude. You got your rehab
In
lingo.
the
I got
DC,
my.
we drink DC.
Yeah, dude, we go fucking hard with the DCs,
Yeah,
dude.
whoa,
Type 1
dude.
community. Yeah, we got but yeah, I didn't even realize that I guess diet soda, like, growing up, people were like, oh, it's like healthier if you're trying to lose weight, and then you realize as you get older, you're like, no, I think it's for diabetics because it has zero sugar. I think that's why they made it. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, sounds about right.
yeah. But yeah, man.
Diabetics need their soda too.
Yeah. If I catch dude, that's one of my biggest fears of being on stage is just like getting low blood sugar and passing out. How embarrassing would
Yeah.
that be, dude?
You keep a lid on it, I feel, right?
Yeah, I try not to tell anybody because then people, they just get weird. They're all nervous. They're like, "You're gonna pass out." And I'm like,
you
"I'm
want some orange juice?
exactly, dude." Every time I go out, people are like, "Do you have enough food?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know how to feed myself." Like,
How long have you been diabetic?
since I was 16. So
Okay, so you've been
12
dealing
years.
with it. Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like after 12 years, you probably have a good idea on how to.
I like just started to
Survive
get a
with
grip on it. Yeah, I was fucking mess for like the first 10 years, like just eating like dog shit. And I still am not perfect, obviously.
Plus,
but
you're a
like,
young man. You're
it's a young-
boozing heavy.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
People don't get it. They're like, why don't you just eat healthier? And blah, blah. I'm like, why don't you eat healthier? It's hard,
It's
dude.
hard.
It
dude.
doesn't matter if you're diabetic. It's
I
hard.
eat like no fruits and vegetables. Like the diabetes would be a death sentence to me.
It's tough, man.
Yeah. Plus, I
And-
can like clear out like a whole sleeve of Reese's.
Oh my god,
so
dude.
I probably have diabetes.
Dude, you put some Oreos and some Chips Ahoy in front of me. I mean, that's my crack, dude. I'm
You're a
like,
big cookie guy.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I like
100%.
cookies, man.
Yeah.
I like sweet treats, dude, and that's what I'm in the
dude.
biz for. Sweet treats.
Oh yeah, sweet treats, dude. That's my weakness. That'll get me.
And it can also kill you.
Yeah,
It
it's
could kill all of us.
one day at a time. That's my
One
point,
day at a
dude.
time.
Yeah, I'm
See,
like, I just am a
you
fucking.
got the jargon down already. Dude. You're pretty much sober. Dude.
Yeah, dude. I should
yeah.
start going to meetings.
Yeah, dude. Just throw some stuff around there, dude. You can come to one if you want.
I would love to.
I always try to get like
some
people
good
from
stories.
comedy to come, especially since all of them have asked me at one point. They're like, maybe I need to get. And so my buddy Johnny, the Thursday night one that I just did, which
Yeah.
is like pretty much like trying to practice a new hour of stand up.
Yeah,
If you know like AA slogan, because you see this stuff and you're like, I can make this funny.
yeah.
He does a very good job at making it funny. I like to think I do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
And, but like I always suggest that. I'm like, if you guys want Thursday nights at 10 o'clock, you just come with me,
I would check it out.
hang out. It's definitely not like any AA meeting you're thinking of, like whatever you see on TV, which is usually pretty inaccurate.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Where it's
this
like,
shit-
hi, I'm Joe. I'm an
I'm
alcoholic.
like, this shit's wild and insane for no reason.
So people just dive right into like the darkness and just let it all out.
yeah, he just does it nuts. He like has like a fucking blowhorn
Really?
and he celebrates like, so it's for new people.
Yeah.
So you get a coin like
Sounds fun.
Yeah, you get a coin like kind of every 30 days. So you get a 1 day coin, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, 9 months.
And do you like collect it
Linear.
like people who used to do like
Yeah,
the capital coins?
so yes, pretty much. So what he does is they make coins for every month,
Yeah.
which you really don't get. Like you don't get one for 7 months, but he got them for every month. So at the end of the meeting,
Nice.
he's like, "Oh, come on up," and people get excited about
so
it.
people come back for the coins.
Because AA, sadly, like a lot of people are dying from heroin, but it's like a lot younger now.
Yeah.
Like more younger people are coming in.
you think it's upticking like with younger people? Like it's
Yeah,
still.
definitely, yeah.
I
Like
guess
when I came in, it wasn't that crazy to be young, but still, it wasn't like, oh, this is crazy. But now, like looking back at the past 8 years, like more and more people.
I also feel like Northeast Philly is pretty bad with it.
Yeah.
And South Jersey too. South Jersey, like I mean, I knew a handful of people that we graduated with that OD'd.
Yeah.
But
Hey, one of my closest friends ODs at least once a week, and they're dead. And people are just like, you deal with this pretty well. I'm like, it happens every week.
it's fucking rough, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's South Jersey, Northeast Philly, you see that shit a lot.
Yeah.
Like of people getting into the darkness.
Yeah, we like to get into the darkness a lot, dude. You
Yeah,
know?
dude.
It's probably because we're scumbags.
I wonder, like, well, because, I mean, Fishtown is like, I feel like, it's hard. Well, now there's like the hipster version of Fishtown, but like,
back in the day.
yeah, well, or was it better? No, was it better back in the day? Or Kensington, I should say. Kensington back now is bad, right?
Yeah, it's bad now. Yeah.
Like horrible.
Yeah, Fishtown's nice right now, though.
Fishtown's nice. Like,
That's like very gentrified, very
Yeah.
hipsterish. But my buddy Dan grew up there, and this is an ongoing joke. On
most of my
here.
family's from there.
So
It's from Northeast Philly.
Dan moved up to Levittown, which is the suburbs around here.
Yeah.
Because that's where everyone moves when they get sober. And he was like 19 when he got sober, and he's like, I can't sleep without the gunshots. And we were just like, you're from Fishtown, stop. Which it was a little bit rougher when he was growing up.
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
it's like just super gentrified.
Yeah, you just like you go to what's
Yeah.
it called that fucking bar right on Frankfurt Hall.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
hipster. But I wonder if it's like if there's a reason why it's upticking. You know, people getting
I don't know, 'cause
like
heroin-
people getting younger and younger.
I mean, heroin's pretty cool, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Boy, if you did it, you would get it, dude.
Now people are TikToking with heroin, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Man, this got real heroin heavy on the pod today. That's my fault.
Dude, we like it like that, dude. No, it's fine.
Just so curious about that world.
I was not doing TikToks per se. I was just making Snapchats, which I should have put on TikTok, but I just never got on TikTok. And it was just like,
Yeah.
I would be like people on heroin be like, and I would just fucking close my eyes and just be like, yeah, one thing you just said. And I was sending it to, I wouldn't even say people, and I would just caption it, people on heroin be like, and I would just go into doing that like
Yeah.
immediately, and I'd send it to people, and like I had like my friends like text me, they're like, are you okay right now?
Oh my god.
Because I'd be like, yeah, you watched the game last night, man?
They're like, I think he's done it.
Yeah, they're like, he's back on this.
He's
sauce,
back,
dude, and it's
baby.
fine, dude. You know.
Wild world, man.
Yeah, but no, most of my friends are sober or they smoke weed now, which I'm fine with that.
I feel like
You
especially in
want to
comedy
smoke weed?
too.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't really smoke much anymore.
Yeah, or I know people from comedy, or I just know a lot of different people from random things.
I feel like in comedy, being sober has become trendy. But there's a lot of real people who are sober.
Yeah. I'm like sitting here
You know what I
fighting
mean?
for my life, and then
That's
people
what I
are
mean.
just like, like,
I'm like, you are not in the same category.
yeah.
I'm like, you just,
I like making jokes about it because I feel like it's a whole community that people don't make jokes about. Mostly because I don't think you're allowed to, because they kind of have like bylaws and rules, and it's like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck.
right. And you could dance around them.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think Tim Dillon's sober. I don't think, like,
Oh, I
he
feel like their whole
hints at
thing.
it a little bit, but I don't think he like talks about it. But like,
No, he talks about it.
He's talked about it in about like, I don't think he does meetings or anything. He used to,
Yeah.
because I heard him talk about it in podcasts, and like his experience is like kind of my experience, where you just find the right ones with like real ass people.
Yeah.
and it's not these like spiritually born again
Yes.
people, and you just meet the most insane fucking people. A lot of which have been on this podcast. They're just insane people, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, you're not a real person.
Yeah, I think there's a handful at like that he started with. Like his whole crew seems to all kind of be real sober now.
Yeah.
You know,
Real sober.
like real people, like not bullshit spiritual. I'm just taking a cleanse.
Yeah.
You know,
I always like to say I have one foot in the door of AA and one foot in the gutter still. You know what I mean?
I guess
Because
like
my brain still functions that
Yeah,
way to just
that's
think
that's gonna be the
scumbag,
case for
dirtbag stuff, dude.
yeah,
Seeing the angles.
like
If anything, I'm probably a con man at the end of the day. Not that I would ever con anybody now, but I'm just like, it's just in there.
yeah.
There's
Well,
always something quick in there, and I'm just like, I could do this right now. You know what I mean?
well, that's reassuring.
Yeah, I'm always scheming, dude,
Yeah.
but I never act on it, dude. I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
totally, dude.
And
That
there's still a lot of self-loathing and hatred, which that takes time to
yeah, but
like
you,
yourself.
even that I feel like that's everybody now. Just with
Yeah.
even if you're not sober.
Well, I think that's the big awakening of the world. Is
Yeah.
that, like, everyone has shit going on. Like,
Yeah, my God, man, everybody's social media comparing themselves. We all hate ourselves.
yeah. I'll do it every once in a while, but then I'm just like, I just wonder a lot,
Yeah, after my dad died, I definitely give less of a fuck.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Tragedy puts stuff in perspective. You're
Yeah.
just like, well, this isn't really that important.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Where I'm like, we're all gonna die one day. It could happen at any minute. Who gives a fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
That's why, like, I talk about it a lot on here about preconceived notions about people. Like, I try to just put them. Some people, like, it's just like there's very few people who I'm just like, I don't really, there's something off with that person, and I'm just not going to try. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm just proven wrong if I do have one. So if, like, at any point in my life I was like, I don't fuck with that person, it's probably just my shit at the end of the day.
A lot of times I do the same thing too, but sometimes when you catch a feeling about somebody going into it, and you just feel like the more you feel like somebody's trying to get something out of, like, and that's why I feel like there is something freeing about just not giving a shit, because you don't want something from people. Like, I don't care anymore. I don't, but when the people are really, when you're talking to them, you just feel like, I'm like, I can't pinpoint it, but you're after something. Yeah. And I don't trust you because of that. That bothers me.
How many times have I weirded you out just randomly hitting you up like, good job tonight, or you're killing it?
No, because that's not like, you don't want anything from that. You're just,
No, yeah, I know. But I feel like that like catches people off guard in what we do, because they're just like, I have no reason to reach out to you other than just be like, hey, man, I'm happy for you and you deserve it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you can sniff out people. Like, I get a feeling, and I don't get that with you. Like, certain people you sniff out, if they say that to you, you're like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, because you've also been through some shit where I'm like, I know you don't give a fuck,
Yeah, and it's a lot of like, I just want to see people do good, and that's the truth.
I feel the same way.
So I let people know. I'm like, hey, man, listen, I'm happy for you, and it's even if there was an ulterior motive, like, I'm not asking for shit, because clearly it's not working. Like, I still don't get shit, so I'm just I'm just gonna do my thing.
Yeah.
If anything, I get more people like especially with this, they're like, just random people who I like rarely talk to. They're like waiting to come on. I'm like, well, that's not how this works.
Right. But
it was funny after Novak did it, because he's like a bigger known name.
Yeah.
People know who the fuck he is, and I have like people like just hit me up. They're like, I'm ready whenever, and I'm like, all right. Did I ever hit you up about doing this?
Right.
And some of the people, it's like, I'm not even opposed to having you on, but I'm just like, listen, this is not how it works, dude. There's a fucking backed up schedule.
Yeah.
Like, this is already into June.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That does bother me, dude. Like, when I was doing a pod for a little bit, I would have so many people, like friends, who were like, yeah, dude, let me know, man, would love to come on. Or so it would be two things. People that I was trying to get that they would go, yeah, anytime, let me know. And I always I am somebody that if I say I'm going to do something, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
And so I'll always follow through, just to give people the opportunity to go, let me see if they fucking back out, because that shit bothers me so much.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the people that would say like, yeah, man, like that I wanted to get, and they would be like, yeah, and of course, anytime, I would go, okay, here's a date, and like, let's do it. And then they never follow through. Or it's people who are constantly talking about it, and they're like, yeah, man, like I want to do this. I got this idea for a project. Even if I'm not 100% sold on it, every single time, I swear to God, I'll go, yeah, like, I love it. Let's do it. Because I just want to see if they'll follow through with, because I'm like, oh, do you want me to do it? Yeah. Like, this is your idea. You run with it, and whatever you want me to be a part of it, I'll do it. But like, I just want to see if they'll follow through. And then if they do and I really don't like it, then I'll have more of a discussion where I'm like, actually, I don't feel it. But like, it never even gets to that point. People never follow through.
No one has followed through. So when it comes to other people having podcasts, we know a couple people with podcasts. Like, I always tell them, yeah, like, absolutely. You just let me know when. I'm not going to pressure you into it.
I do that too.
Like, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck.
Because I'm like, I know you're not going to hit me up. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do it for you, but I'm not fucking losing sleep over, like, when are they going to ask me?
Yeah,
really don't care.
Yeah.
I do feel bad because I try to stay available for all things. Cody Wright hit me up over the weekend, like last minute on Saturday. He's like, you want to do a show? And I was like, tonight, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it for you. And then he's like, all right, it's at midnight in Schuylkill County, which is like 2 hours away. And I was like, buddy, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
That's an odd request.
Which I didn't feel
Cody.
that bad.
Those shows are
I love
awesome.
Cody too, yeah. But I was like,
Man.
I'm not driving. I don't like being like a late night person.
Yeah.
Until I'm at like the level of like I'm opening someone or headlining and this is my job, then I'll do it.
That's how we're very similar in that way, where I feel like we're in and out.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come in, I want to do my set, and I'll chit chat for a little bit, but I'm like, I'm not trying to, I don't know. Sometimes I will, but I don't hang out.
Like, I've done shows like with people, and they're like, oh, you want to come with us? We're all going to get drinks after. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want to watch you get drunk.
Yeah.
It's
also,
nothing against you people. I just don't really want to watch you get drunk. I really don't care.
And I'm like, I just got shit to do. Like, you know, my girlfriend's back at home. Like, I sound like such a queef.
You got good excuses. I'm like, I really just want to play Super Smash Brothers.
That's
guys.
A great excuse, dude.
They're playing right
now.
now.
Real.
I watch them through the mirror. And then
I want to get. Do you play a lot of video games?
Just the Switch, mostly Super Smash Bros.
Because I kind of don't play, like I used to play like Xbox and stuff like that, and all my boys are on like playing live and stuff, and in the quarantine, like I don't see anybody anymore, and I'm like, I kind of want to get a system again just for the social aspect.
It was the
of
best thing I did in the quarantine. Because
Really?
growing up, I had like every system because me and my 2 older brothers were all like video game nerds, anime nerds, comic nerds.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I'm kind of miss having them. But I would play
That's so
Super
much fun.
Smash Brothers at Mark's all the time, and I'm pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
not amazing.
Who's your character?
Banjo and Kazooie.
Okay. All right. Didn't know you were that kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm that kind of guy.
Well,
Listen,
I'm
it's funny you're making a joke of it, but like people like do.
People
fucking-
have, yeah.
People
Like I'd
do
pick
have
Kirby, and
opinions.
people are like, "Oh, you're a Kirby guy."
Mark's using Kirby right
Yeah,
now. That's his
it's
guy.
like a cheat, right?
Kind of. He's just not that.
'Cause I
he's not
stunk,
Bad,
that's why I would
but he's
pick him.
not good. But he's not great. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would pick him and Fox.
Yeah.
They're both very
Fox
good.
used to be real good, really.
Like on N64.
I like that you're engaging in this because I bring up Super Smash Brothers at least like once a week on this, and people are like, I don't know what the fuck you're
It's
talking
a timeless game, dude. Like even when I was in college, we weren't playing Xbox and PS2, like which we were
Yeah, you
past
busted
the
out the
360.
GameCube.
It was N64, dude. Super Smash,
the original.
or Mario Kart, original. Like that's all we would play. It was the best.
Yeah. Well, I got the Switch in the beginning of the quarantine. It was the best shit I ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend has a Switch, and I played a little bit, and that's what kind of made me think like, oh man, maybe I
Yeah.
should. maybe
Well, I
should
just
get a
like the
system.
excitement of Super Smash Brothers because like they do the downloadable content, and there's still 2 characters yet to
Oh,
be
right.
announced. So like I love the theory building, and
Yeah.
like it's going to be this person.
Yeah.
Especially since they can get from like third parties like Sony or Xbox and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm anticipating there's 2 characters left. I'm really hoping Crash Bandicoot's one of them.
Oh, dude, I remember that game
Yeah.
back in the PS1 days.
And they're also saying maybe it's going to be. I feel like the top going theories are Crash Bandicoot and Master Chief from Halo,
Whoa,
which would be cool.
dude, Halo 1. That's another
Great game.
timeless game where like even I mean some of the ones after that were really good, but Halo 1 was something about it, dude,
Yeah.
where it was like simple enough. It was kind of like GoldenEye.
Yeah, first person shooter.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, dude.
GoldenEye was timeless though. too.
Yeah. Like, hey, dude, I would love to get my hands on an original Xbox and play Halo 1 version.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think they re-released it.
Did they?
Yeah, they probably re-released
I would, dude.
it.
Me and my boys, like back in grade school, dude. I remember this was at the time where you would get separate TVs so you could play split screen. Like, you
Yeah.
could, like,
Fucking
oh,
right,
it was
dude.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
the best.
Nah, but the Switch was my favorite. I've always been a big Nintendo guy, so it was like my
Yeah.
first purchase during like when we first shut down. And then I just been playing more and more lately.
Yeah.
And now that I got the puppy, it's like just an excuse to stay home and play. Pokemon
Yeah.
Snap just came up.
Ooh.
Which I'm debating because it's $60 and I'm like, how many pictures of Pokemon can I take
Yeah,
and feel good about spending $60 to do it? You get what I'm saying?
yeah. No, you can't feel great about
Yeah,
it.
you can't.
At our age.
Seamus Millar has it. I saw
Does
it on
he?
his Instagram story, and I was like, "Is it worth it?" And he said, "I'm having a blast." and I was like, "I might get it then."
Yeah, dude. I'm just dipping more and more into my childlike self through this pandemic. Like, brings it
Yeah,
back.
but I just always enjoyed that stuff. I love
Yeah.
being a nerd, dude. Deep
Yeah.
down, even though I look like a tough guy with all these tattoos.
What do you think's
I
the
love being a
biggest nerd shit about you?
I like anime a lot. That's
Really?
pretty nerdy. Yeah,
Do you fucking pop off to anime?
I have. You know?
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna act
What are we
like-
talking, dude?
Dude, I popped off to a lot of things, dude.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but last weekend I was in New York. I was at a show. that
What
they
what
did-
show? Why don't you hit me up, dude?
It was a hardcore show. Did you really want to go?
No, I wouldn't have gone. Yeah.
Because I got there and it's like I fucking like the bands that were playing, and
I would stick out
immediately
so-
wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was at Tompkins Square Park. I don't
Okay.
think you would have stuck out that much.
All right, cool. I like to feel cool.
But it was packed. There was like 3,000 people there, and now the internet's like going because hardcore is like very like anti-establishment, but we're
Really?
political, but we're
Yeah.
liberal, but we're not
Yeah.
liberal. You know, what I mean? It's very weird. It's a lot of
Yeah.
contradicting things.
It's weird that
So
even
a lot of people
hardcore is
are
like,
like offended. They're like, "How dare you have a show?" And it's like, dude, no one cares.
since when is
about
hardcore
this
into
anymore.
politics? Like hardcore fans shouldn't be voting. All right, that's bullshit. That's not how you guys started.
See, you get it, dude. Probably more than
dude.
people who listen to hardcore.
Yeah.
Dude. But this band Madball played. Very big hardcore band,
Fuck
and they're
yeah.
the shit. But
Love Madball.
Yeah, I love them too. They're scary dudes. Very nice dudes, but you know.
Yeah.
But and this band Wisdom in Chains, their lead singer Joe was on here 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. So they both played, and
Do you know, like, because you have a lot of friends in the music industry? Do you just know them through that, or like, do you just hit them up and
I
get
just
them
meet
on?
people like weirdly.
Yeah.
So like Joe, the dude, the singer from Wisdom in Chains, I'm not a big hardcore fan. I go
Yeah.
to a lot of hardcore shows because all my buddies are into it
Yeah.
and have been in bands. So I go a lot. Wisdom in Chains is one of the few that I like really enjoyed. Them MMA ball, you know what I mean? So that was a no-brainer to go to New York.
Who's the rapper that you had on where you
White guy?
Yeah, you reposted one of his videos of him like freestyle. It looked like maybe in where you shot your specials. Fuck,
Yeah.
it's awesome, dude.
Corey Biz.
Who is that guy?
Biz Mighty.
Dude,
Corey.
I fucking...
He was on this.
Was he?
Yeah, watch this episode. He talks about his dick for 45 minutes. It's great.
Really?
Yeah.
We talking big or...
No. No.
He talks fucking... Really?
Yeah, he talks about
hard game or soft game?
I don't think it matters, dude. I can call him right now.
Yeah.
And ask him about his dick. We got some time left. I'll do it towards the end.
All right, cool. Got
But
lots of
Mark
questions.
over there actually does a rap project
Really?
with him called Dumb Ugly. So Mark makes the beats, Corey raps.
Dude, I love those music videos.
But I was a fan of that dude before I met him. Like,
Yeah.
just like kind of like a local legend.
That's pretty cool.
And he's kind of like notorious, like pisses people off because he just says like outrageous things. And he's like, if you believe in vaccinations, you're a piece of shit. And I'm just like, all right, you know. I don't get behind him on everything, but that's my boy, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I like-
he does it more for the argument.
He's a
He's
goddamn
like,
entertainer, dude.
he is an entertainer, dude.
Love
he
it.
likes pro wrestling and he likes rapping, dude. So it just, you mix that together.
Love
That's
everything
what you
about
get.
that, dude.
Yeah. So that's how actually like all this even came. So Mark's a rapper
Uh-huh.
and was a rapper. He just does beats now. But back in the day, he wanted someone to shoot a music video. He met Davron. Him and Davron been friends for like, how long you guys been friends for? Like 12 years, maybe? Longer?
About that, maybe.
About 12.
What a weird way we all got connected.
Then I met Davron. Mark opened up a vape shop. That's how I met Mark, because I was vaping for a little bit. And he had tattoos and I had tattoos. And I was like, you fuck with the Movie Life, which is a band. And he's like, yeah, I like the Movie Life. And I was like, are we best friends now? It was that gay. And I was like, yeah. So
You want to talk about gay? I auditioned for Davron. That's how we met.
yeah, that's great though, dude. And you guys made The Night They Knocked. which-
Yeah.
Great film.
Great flick.
So I met Davron was working at the vape shop too, and that's like when I met Davron.
Interesting.
And then, so Davron does all their music videos,
Yeah.
which are like just cinematic mini, like their first
Yeah.
video is like a cinematic little mini movie. It's 12 minutes long. The
Yeah.
song's 4 minutes.
Yeah, dude. He's
a wizard.
he amazed me with like when I first started working with him and Sean, because I hadn't done anything with film. And when I saw that these guys actually knew how to make something look like a real movie, I was blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I think people are always shocked. You probably knew before everyone because you used to do a podcast here, but people like think this is a studio.
Yeah.
And every time people get here, they're like, oh, I thought it was a lot bigger.
Yeah, but like I don't know, maybe it's because we watch a lot of, or at least I assume you do. I watch a lot of podcasts too.
Yeah, but I
I'm
know
like,
they're in a tiny ass fucking studio
Yeah,
too.
that-
I'm like they're not in a big room at all.
yeah, I feel like you can kind of tell, but I guess the way you frame it and stuff, like it
Yeah.
looks very much like a legitimate.
Think about the lighting here.
Yeah.
Davron's a big lighting guy.
Dude, I think that makes it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize how important that stuff was, and as I'm trying to get a couple things off the ground, and I realized I'm like I really want to do it,
Yeah.
do it like this.
Well, I'm a person who's very needy and like just hates themselves, so I need like self reassurance. And every time I ask like Davron, I'm like, what did you think about like
He's
the
like, I
past
didn't
couple
watch it.
episodes? He said the lighting has just gotten progressively better, and I'm like, all right, we're
Yeah,
doing it,
let's
man.
go.
Yeah.
You're like anything about myself. The lighting's good.
Yeah, the lighting's great, dude. And I'm like, all right, you're doing your job then,
Yeah.
But yeah. Long
yeah.
story short, that's the rapper, Biz Mighty. He's very talented.
Dude,
He's
yeah,
very good at rap.
some of the freestyles that I saw, I guess you posted maybe on your story or something. I was like, because you don't see, or at least I don't see a lot of like old school, just fucking freeform freestyles
Yeah.
like that anymore. Like it's a lot of like mumble rap.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not hip with what the kids are listening to these days, but I
On
feel
your
like
ride home, you should listen to their stuff because it's like a good. Not that I do not like mumble rap at all. I'm
No.
very '90s boom bap hip hop type.
that's
of dude.
the shit that I like.
But just
the
what
shit I
they
do
did
like.
was so different, and it's just so good. And I wouldn't say that there's like parts of mumble rap, but it like kind of a satire of it at some points, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it's just so dope that it's just like, oh man.
That's awesome. Dude. Yeah, I like things that are like stripped down beats, just a good ass rapper,
Yeah.
throwing some lyrics over top.
Well, their
of it.
beats are crazy. They're like sonically, it's just like who would even think to do this stuff?
Yeah, but I would like with like the auto tune and like I mean some of that could be cool too, but I'm just like I don't know. Very '90s hip hop is like my.
You would never think that guy's like a beat magician the way he was.
Yeah, I feel like he looks like he
his
could be into
butane
some
torch
rap.
earlier, and he was like, guys, I swear, I know what I'm doing with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Dude, we are towards the end, dude, and it just flew by. And
Yeah.
I was happy to finally have you on here. My water bottle was.
It's
covered
great
with
to
this
just
all
talk to people again in person.
I know, it's my
Yeah.
favorite part to just talk to someone that I care about, and
Yeah, man.
you know, I got to get Dave Madden on. I was thinking about that. When
You
we
don't
were-
have to get that piece of
Yeah.
shit on.
When we were talking about people who were just like, yeah, I'll just say yes to people, and it's like, it's one of those things who I've fucking been meaning to have Dan on, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hasn't lined up yet. I'm gonna get him on, but it's just like,
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
feel
he
bad
can.
that I had all these people on before you. It's not like I'm ranking you in the system. It's just when
No,
people
he's
pop
ranked
up.
last, and he's
Yeah,
going to be
he's ranked
busy.
last.
If he can fit you in with his woodworking schedule,
I expect him to build me a new fucking IKEA set
I-
for
I-
the fucking podcast.
he just
when
dude, he
comes
just
on
put
here.
up like a bar or something. It actually looks awesome. I'm
Yeah.
like pretty jealous actually. I'm like, I just want to sit and talk with Joe White and learn how to woodwork with Dan.
Yeah, that's all we want.
Yeah.
It's just tough to get up with people, so I'm fucking thrilled that you came out to do this. I love doing this just because I get to see
This is great, man.
people and some of the people that come on this, like, I don't even know that well, but I just like know of them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you want to come on and do this? They're like, fuck yeah.
Well, dude, I feel like it's a great opportunity to actually sit down and have a long form conversation with somebody that's obviously, you know, I've talked to you, I mean, so many times, but we've never sat down and talked one on one this long,
Yeah.
you know?
And this is the beauty. Like, if anybody's ever curious of what Philadelphia is like, greater Northeast Philadelphia, you just put this podcast on and you just get the idea, and it's like, wow, these people are scum.
Hell yeah. If you want to learn about bad tattoos, crack,
Yeah.
small penises, I mean,
Yeah.
this is the place to go.
You've come to the Thanks for Sharing podcast.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey, love you, buddy.
Love you too.